how to add your financial data into Python so that you can do more analysis. Basically, what we're going to do is to add one income statement of Tesla into Python via Google Colab. I'll give you access to this file as well so that you can go and run the code yourself. But what are we doing? Well, basically, we're going to be importing libraries into Google Colab and then getting our data, our income statement of Tesla in here, so that we can perform analysis. So let's say like describe the data from Excel, see what general numbers are in there, and even create simple graphs. Now, which data are we getting into Python? Well, I downloaded this income statement of Tesla from Yahoo Finance. So you have different accounts like revenue, gross profit, EPS, EBITDA, etc. from 2019 to 2022. So how to get it into Python? Well, I'm going to go a new notebook of Google Colab. If you don't know what's Google Colab yet, just look at this video below. But let's say that you're already there. So in Google Colab, there's a bunch of different things in here and in here. Now, the main ones for this particular exercise are these buttons to the left. We can create a table of contents to add different sections, as I had in my previous notebook. You can also find and replace different things if you have coded in there. And you can also understand your variables if you click here. But the very basic one, and the one that we're going to be using today, is this one, files. If we click on files, it will be connecting, and then it will appear more icons in here. So from left to right, we can upload to session storage. We can refresh. We can mount drive, which is very important for this, and we can hide hidden files. Now you will see that there's already a couple of folders in here. As it says there, it's basically sample data that you can already use in order to try Python and in order to try programming for the first time. But for this video, what we're doing is to adding your financial data. So what's the easiest way? The main button in here will be mount drive. And what it does, it's basically getting your Google Drive into the Python environment. So we go and click in there. It will ask for your permission. So connect to Google Drive. And it will appear in here, mounting Google Drive. After a couple of seconds, you will see the files from your drive in here. So it says in there, it may take a long time if you have a lot of files. So now I see in here another folder called Drive. If you open it, we see folders inside, and we see one that is called My Drive. So that one is my Google Drive now. If we open it, we will see the files that I have in there. Now for the purposes of this session, I already created this folder called Advanced Python Data. But feel free to go in here and create a new folder. So it'll be A and then test Python data. In this folder that you just created, you can add the data for this particular exercise by going to the three dots again and then upload files in there. I have already done it in here, so I have these three data sets in there. But let's do it together. So in this folder that we just created, the test Python data, we go and then upload. And they're going to see my files in here. For this, the one that we want, it's the income statement of Tesla. We click on it and we click open. We click OK. And then when you open the test Python data folder, now the file will be there already. So now, how to get the file into the real Python environment? Well, the main thing that you need to know is that we need to store that data into a data frame. In order to handle data frames, the easiest way is to use the Pandas library. If you haven't heard about libraries, please watch the video below. So let's go, and then let's copy the code that we have in here already. So what it does, the first bit is to import the Pandas library, as I was mentioning, as PD. So that's the small name that we're giving to Pandas. Then we're storing our data into this data frame that I mentioned, and it's just a convention, a Python convention, to call it df. That stands for data frame. So df will be equal to Pandas. So basically, in here, we're going to be using a function inside Pandas. So let's imagine that in Excel, we use the functions like sum, ifs, average ifs, and so on. In here, we're going to use the function readExcel. But we need to know where that function is. So it's basically in the library Pandas. That's why we put df equal Pandas library, then the function readExcel, and then all of this. Now, how do we get all of this? Well, the main thing to note is that it needs to be brackets and then inverted commas. Then to get the location for you, well, we're going to be using the one that we just uploaded, the income statement. So in here, we go to the three dots again, and we do copy path. And basically there, we just do Command V or Control V to paste the location of that file. And at the end, we just again called df. Basically, we're calling the variable to know what it's stored inside of there. We click play, and we will see all of the data that we had in our Excel before. So using here, this data is exactly the same as that data in there. Now, in order to do more analysis to this data, you can do two things. You can press enter in there and then put, let's say, df.describe, which is one of the other functions that we use in this other code. And what it will do, it will basically run everything from above all the way to below. So it will import the library again, it will import the data again, it will show df, and then it will show describe. Now, the other way to do it is to insert a code cell below. So you go to code, and then again, you can put df.describe. We don't need to repeat the steps above because Python already knows that they already happen. Now in here, we can do again, code below, and let's copy one of the codes in here. So we can do a couple of things with different data sets, but one of the main ones is df head. So this one basically shows the head of the data. Code, and let's copy the last one that is a little bit more complicated. In this one, basically what we're doing, it's again import libraries. We don't really need this one, but we can put it if it's the first time, if we haven't imported Pandas. Then we're importing another library called malc.lib. Then this little bit is a comment. So basically everything after the hashtag is a comment, and you can put in here anything that you want in order to make the code more readable. Below, we're basically setting, again, from the data frame, then set the index as a count. And by the way, if you hover over different things in Google Colab, you can see the explanation of what they are in there. Then we'll be transposing the data frame to have years as rows, because right now we have the years in the columns, as we can see in here. So transposing, meaning that these years will go as rows, and then all of these accounts will go as columns. And then we'll create a simple bar graph. So we're creating the axis in here, the size. We're creating the X label. So basically from the X axis, the horizontal one, we wanted to call it year. the Y level, so the vertical one, we want to call it amount, a title on the graph, some legends, and just show the actual graph. So when we run in there, as you can see in here and in here, we can see the word year in the horizontal axis, the word amount in the vertical axis, and the title in here. And then we will see all of the different accounts in there. Obviously, at this stage, this visualization is not that meaningful because we have a lot of accounts. But we could only get certain accounts in there, for example, or we can split them up in different visualizations. We'll cover that and more advanced topics in the next videos. So thanks for watching on how to add your financial data into Python.